infrared light therapy. Is it a scam? Is it just a placebo effect? Does it actually help anything? Has it helped me personally? What has it helped me with? Are there cheaper options? Are the cheap bulbs for infrared light therapy that are sold, are those as good as the more expensive ones? Well, hopefully I'm going to address those questions in this video for you. In fall of 2024, I basically came to an impasse with my health again. And I said, okay, I've got these issues, I've got to address them, I've got to focus on this, and I've got to dig deep, figure out root causes for some things, and so I did. But then in spring here of 2025, out of nowhere overnight, I lost almost everything that I did to get through the day. Just overnight, bam, just almost everything, including the microwave sickness tea, which I will link to that below on BitChute. I don't have it on the website. It's these herbs saved my life. It is posted everywhere, but I posted it, I think, 3 years ago, so it's a pretty old video. But all of those herbs I lost overnight. I've only been able to do a couple of them a few times since. It's just crazy. And I'm still trying other things, and thus far most of the other things that I'm trying are tolerable, but they don't do anything for me. So there's that. But the one thing that I've been able to continue tolerating and benefiting from is this guy here. Now, if you aren't already aware, I'm a canary in a coal mine. Everything toxic can potentially kill me. So, like as in closing my throat, giving me chest pain, heart palpitations, basically a heart attack. And thus my assertions and beliefs, thus my opinions, are going to differ from the vast majority of people, including most people in the so-called natural or non-toxic health sphere who do a lot of sponsored posts and those sorts of things. To be clear, this is not a sponsored post. We never have done a sponsored post and we never will. As far as the light bulb here, there's no affiliation with the company whatsoever except as a customer, and I've only bought the bulbs. And so no sponsored post and no affiliation. There's no affiliate association with the company for these bulbs. For this piece here, the lamp part, and for the stand, I will be linking to Amazon, and I'm an Amazon affiliate. It helps to pay website costs. Just to be clear about everything financial here that we're talking about. Okay, so in late 2024, I'm not sure when it was, maybe November, I finally went for it as far as infrared light therapy went. 2 or 3 years prior, maybe 2 years prior, there was a consultation client who had me researching infrared saunas for her, and she wanted a low EMF option that also was non-toxic. Now, unfortunately, almost all of the sauna companies are engaging and have been engaging for years in false advertising, both when it comes to EMFs, like claiming to be low EMF, but they're Bluetooth. I mean, are you freaking kidding me? Okay, sorry about that. That's just one of the things that really irritates me and irritated me in doing that research, as far as the companies went, was, yeah, we've got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi on our super toxic, it's not toxic and low EMF, even though it's built with OSB, and which is full of adhesive, and it uses Wi-Fi and okay, anyways, sorry for that tangent. But as far as infrared saunas go, Sauna Space is the I am now of the opinion, because I did further research after doing research for her, that is indeed, I believe, probably the best option as far as toxicity goes and EMFs. However, I don't have a sauna. Again, there's no affiliation. I just bought the bulbs. But the bulbs, I believe, are best as well. So I bought a sauna space bulb and I used it for myself. And within a few months, maybe a couple months, Dave saw the benefits that I was getting, and Dave is my husband, and he started using it as well. We use it for different reasons. Now, the setup that I have is not sauna space approved. I gotta be clear about this. But it's a lot cheaper than their infrared light therapy option. The one thing you have to be careful with is to ensure that the lamp itself is capable of handling this bulb. 99.9% of lamps out there are not going to be capable of handling this bulb. So you can't just put this bulb in any socket that it'll fit in. Do not do that, please. You might start a fire or something. I will link to this light here. This, if you have chickens, you know this is a poultry light. All right, that's what I'm using. It is a poultry light, and the setup itself, the bulb I think is about $100, and then this thingy here, the lamp, is about 20, and then this is an Amazon Basics tripod, and it was under 20 bucks. So the setup itself is about $140 for me. I don't know, it's hundreds of dollars, 300 plus I think for their setup. I don't remember for sure. It's been a while since I looked. I mean, there's obviously, you can go get their setup if you want, I don't care. But if you want to save some money, this is the way to go. However, because, you know, I'm all about saving money, especially when it comes to toxicity and such, I got these cheaper bulbs on Amazon as well. I'm going to be loud for a second. It's in a cardboard box. If I have cardboard in the house, it's wrapped in foil. Cardboard is not a healthy product. So these are awesome lighting heat lamps. It's supposed to be infrared. You can see the bulb itself is a little bit smaller than the sauna space bulb. All right, I just wanted to show you this. I'm gonna put it away. I tried it and Dave tried it as well. Good enough for now. All right, those lights will be fine for poultry. Gonna put them up on eBay. But they didn't even compare to the sauna space bulb. Not even close. Now the sauna space bulb puts out a lot of heat. So in the summer, that's not so great because it really does. See, now I'm clearing my throat. Cardboard is not good. Not a healthy product. Excuse me just a second. Okay. The heat will indeed add some heat to the room, to the extent that recently Dave wanted to warm up his trailer, his enclosed trailer, and he took one of the crap bulbs out there. I was gonna call them a crap bulb, to see if they would produce much heat, and they don't. And he also found no health benefit whatsoever. I tried the crap bulb for a health benefit and found no health benefit whatsoever recently. So I recommend the sauna space infrared bulb. Okay, sauna space infrared bulb. Don't cheap out. That's where you need to spend your money, on the bulb. Benefits of the infrared light therapy. My husband Dave is a landscaper, a handyman. He works hard. He is a good man. He is a hard worker, and it's not, his muscles get sore in various areas, you know, especially when there's repetitive movement. He uses the infrared light for pain management, for that sort of thing, especially on the weekends. The one problem he does have is that it puts him to sleep. So consider that. Speaking of putting you to sleep, it helps me with if I have a migraine. That protocol, which shall not be named, I will link below to. It's a private, or it's a members only post on Patreon and Substack. That protocol that shall not be named has helped me with migraines so much. It's incredible. And energy and sinus pain and sinus infections as well. So check that out if you don't know what I'm talking about. If you haven't been to Substack yet, you can access that for free. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tangential. I'm not feeling great, but I wanted to get this information out there. Helps me with migraines. If I have a really bad migraine, then I sleep on the floor in the bathroom, and I put this on wherever it hurts on my head, and that's how I sleep at night. So I can sleep with this on, and it would keep Dave awake if I did that. But migraines are rare for me now. Yay. I was having that's what I was having. I was having so many migraines, and something had to give. So the protocol, this is helping as well. Sinus infections. I have mercury in my teeth, which means candida is a problem for me, which is typically the case for those who have mercury. I'm not going to go into the relationship between the two and what I believe about candida, but and its neuroprotective benefits, I believe, but it can get out of control for me very easily in my sinuses, and thus this helps a lot with sinus infections, sinus pain, that sort of thing for me. Detox, obviously. Hello. Infrared saunas, infrared light, infrared saunas. Sleep, I do benefit from it. I sleep better typically when I use it. I use the red light pretty much every day, especially as the days get shorter. And then finally, if I hurt myself, then, you know, I use it for pain or inflammation, just as my husband does. So I apologize. Again, I hope this has been non-tangential to the extreme. I hope this has been a benefit. If so, then please be sure to subscribe to our free newsletter, because I do try to send it out every week, because I know that it is helpful to hear the voice of someone else in this crazy, whacked out world who might be going through the same thing that you are. So hang in there. Again, this is something that is getting me through and has gotten me through actually for over a year now. So think about it, consider it. I will link to, I'm not going to link to Sauna Space because you can just do a search, but I will link to the two products here. The lamp, which again, it has to be rated correctly, and the stand, the tripod as well. So you can consider that. Actually, let me go ahead and turn this on so you can see it. You know, one thing I haven't done is I have not tested it as far as EMFs go, non-native EMFs. I didn't even think about that. But woo, see, there we go. It's very nice. I actually sit pretty close to it when I use it, especially if my sinus, hurts right here. I'll even sit and use it in bed sometimes, holding the stand on my stomach. The stand is pretty great for this purpose. Be sure to take the cord through the stand, and then this stand can go 4 feet high or something like that, and anywhere in between. You know, this actually can get even shorter here. See, I mean, that's pretty daggone short. So this stand is pretty old. This stand itself I bought for the video camera in 2020, I believe. So I do put Reflectix tape down here on the bottom, which I recommend if you have a latex allergy. If you don't have a latex allergy, I wouldn't worry about it. So hang in there. Now talk scout.